Acharya Shri, you have met several serious spiritual seekers. Why do some of them miss their time to grow spiritually?
The people miss their opportunity for many reasons. First of all, there are many blockages in human's life. Those blockages, they don't let a person grow spiritually at all. Let me explain those blockages first, and then I will explain more points. The first blockage is the old age. When people get old, they cannot follow spirituality, or they cannot grow spiritually because they didn't begin spiritual practices in early age or when they were young. Because old age system is slow down, senses slow down, so they feel sick all the time, lack of energy. And second blockage is all the senses. Till they work fine, you can grow spiritually. If the senses are weak, you cannot hear well, you cannot taste well, you cannot see well. It is kind of blockages on the spiritual way, because then you cannot read if you want to read good points, or you cannot hear well if you want to hear the good points from a master or from a teacher. So those are the second blockages, your senses, when they are weak. Third blockage is a very big blockage, that is a sickness. Most of people, if they are sick, they have certain kind of disease like diabetes, like high blood pressure, or kind of sugar level is high. These kind of sicknesses, they are blockages already, because even person wants to grow spiritually, they don't let him or her grow spiritually, those diseases. So these are the three blockages. And even person is ready, suppose 10 or 15 years old, a child, a teenager, is wondering and curious about what is spirituality, and they begin to read books, they begin to go to yoga school, or they are interested in doing yoga and they feel peace, or they like meditation. And when they get interested into it, they talk about among the family, and maybe the first blockage, first thing, parents. If they are not interested in yoga or meditation, parents will think you are going wrong way. They stop the teenagers or the child's spiritual growth right away, because now you don't have enough confidence and enough strength to fight with them, and you are easily get influenced by. So it was your time to grow spiritually, because you are on the right path, you are inquiring good stuff about spirituality, about meditation, or about the peace. But because there are other people, they give you other points of view, and you listen to them. And when person begins to listen to others, if they don't have confidence and strength, it means they are going to lose the opportunity to grow spiritually. So you have to be careful. Even your parents telling you, don't do it, it is not right. So you have to have strength that no, if meditation gives me some kind of peace and some kind of inner realization, how it can be wrong. If you cannot argue with them, if you cannot fight with them, it shows that you are a weak person, and you will stop your spiritual growth automatically, because there are other people. Nietzsche was right. Nietzsche always used to say that for him, he said, other is hell. And I am 100% agree with him. Other is hell, because if you stick with others and listen their opinion and stop your own spiritual growth, it is kind of hell. So you have to have lot of strength and the lot of confidence inside of you what you are doing. If you are on the right path, you continue on right path. If you're going to listen to others, it means you are stopping your own spiritual growth. And it is my experience in life that when someone begins to awaken spiritually, everybody gets curious and everybody try to stop him or her in the family, or even all the other relatives. They get curious. But when person is on the wrong path, is drinking or taking drugs, nobody cares about it, seems like. So it means because they didn't realize themselves what is spiritual practices, what is spiritual growth is, so they don't want other person to be spiritual. Maybe they are in this one little box. Maybe they are into the religion. And religion is the biggest block of spiritual growth. Because religion put you in the small box. And you never will be out of that small box unless you are awakened. And there are chances in life, there are times in life that you can be awakened. Soul wants to be awakened. But there are many blockages, as I told you already. Old age, don't wait until you get old. Start right away. Don't wait until you get sick. Start right away, because you never know tomorrow what is going to happen. Why to waste today? Just start today. And that is your time. And why to wait until your all senses get weak? Then you cannot do anything. You cannot hear well, you cannot see well, you cannot taste well. So you will complain. And you will never will grow spiritually. These main blockages. And fourth one is your parents or your relatives or your friends, because that's what they want you to be, who they are. Like if they are having fun, if they want to go to the clubs, if they want to go to the dancing, they like you to go to that way. They don't want you to be awakened. They don't want you to be on the spiritual path. That's why it is difficult. And people easily get influenced by the company they live. Like if they live among the friends, all the friends, suddenly they talk about it. No, what is spiritual path? What is spiritual path? And they give their own opinions. And the person get easily influenced by parents, friends, relatives, and they stop their growth. That is unfortunate for the person, for the soul, which wanted to be awakened, and now it is stopped by the relatives and parents. Are they their friends really? Are they their enemy? Maybe it is the enemy, because nobody wants. I suggest, this is my experience also, if somebody try to stop someone on the right path, you know how many karma they collect? That is called antaray karma. And antaray karma, that whatever you will wish in your life, you never will get it, because you stop someone to be good. You stop someone who was going to be the right path, and who was going to meditate, who was going to be very peaceful, and you misleading them. You are deluding a person. A person wanted to be out of illusion, and now the person is going on the wrong way. So if person is going wrong way, like in drugs or alcohol, maybe you can get together and try to stop the person. But when person is on the good path, never stop them, encourage them. That is the way. And also the other blockage is karma. Karma is already a big blockage, because they miss their time sometimes because of karma. Even they met enlightened master. Even they met God itself. They still will miss the opportunity because their karma. Sometimes karma is so strong. Even the God is knocking the door, your door, you will not listen to the knock even. This is symbolic I am talking about. But even they meet the person, a master, they still will find some kind of excuses. They get really confused. Confusion is one of their main blockages, because the spiritual aspirant and spiritual practitioner who wants to do and wants to grow spiritually, they get confused easily. How? Because there are many options these days. If they are on internet all the time, they have many options, many views, many gurus, and they listen too much to them. When they listen too much to them, they cannot decide what to do, and that's why they get confused. And to be out of confusion is not easy. You need a real master to take you out of confusion. And that's what I suggest. Be strong, be confident enough, and that you can fight with these blockages and you can remove these blockages. And it is in your hand. If you are able to remove those blockages and you work on those blockages, don't consider your parents are only your friends. No, they can be your enemy if they stop you. They can be friends if they encourage you on the good things. Mostly parents, they encourage a person, encourage their child to be good. But if they stop on the good path, it means they become enemy. So you have to be out of confusion. Once you are out of confusion, you will begin to grow spiritually. You can be very advanced on spiritual path. And I will suggest you that create enough confidence, create enough strength to fight these blockages. Karma is also a main blockage you have to fight with. You have to somehow finish your bad karma. And the bad karma on the spiritual path is called antraya. Maybe you have stopped someone on the spiritual path in your previous life. And now even you have opportunity to meet a master, you have opportunity to have the good path, the spiritual path, spiritual advisor with you, but you cannot follow it somehow. So you need to work on few things to remove those all blockages, and you will grow spiritually. That's what I wanted to give you message today, and hopefully you will follow these steps and you try to remove all these blockages. Jai Siddhartha.